mimi niko na hakikisho ya kwamba hii kazi itawezekana. We have all the right ingredients to make and turn Thika into the smart city we have dreamed of turning it into. And for those of you, because hapa kuna watu wengi wanajua historia ya Thika vizuri sana, wenye wameishi huko, wamezaliwa huko, wameongoza huko, hapa ni wengi sana. Mnajua kwamba hii Thika has been the model of industrial development in this country for ages. And ladies and gentlemen, I will tell you that there was a time in those earlier days when the industrial power of Thika was higher than the industrial area in Nairobi. Yeah, it was more aggressive. The traction of it, the contribution was so high that if you look in our records, I remember sitting down with some of our forefathers, and especially those that were in the council then. They would tell us stories which I repeat when I'm talking to our people here, that the contributions of Thika used to make it possible for the Kiambu as a council, as a collection of council, municipal council, to lend money to national government, to stabilize the expenditure of national government in those earlier years because of the economic contribution of the industrial status of Thika. Secondly, you may ask yourselves, in the considerations even before we came up with this concept that we can turn Thika into the city that we have determined we will turn it into, if you look at even the planning and perception of national government as it stands now, when the act was being mooted, we already had the formations in the ministry, as most of you know, of the Metropolitan Department, but then it was a ministry earlier in national government. And when they were asked to create metropolis around the existing city, Nairobi, and consider areas that have similar parameters that would marry Nairobi now to create a metropolis, the one place that they would not leave behind was Kiambu, and purposely because of Thika. And because of what was happening in Thika, there was enough reason and impetus to also marry in parts of Murang'a. I mean, those of you that understand this. And then now we span down to Masaku and then Kajiado. That's how they drew the boundaries. Reasons is because the potential has always been there. The identifiers have always been outstanding in Thika. One may want to ask themselves, when we showcase, for example, this kind of concept, and once more, I also want to congratulate this team again for coming up with this beautiful model. We shall craft it and concoct it a little bit, fine-tune panel bit until we have the right model, fitting precisely every location as it is. But even now, it's not far-fetched. One may want to ask themselves, if you look at the current day Thika, how do you turn it into what you see here? And I verily believe that that is possible. And that indeed we have every placement at the right place. One, inside Thika itself, the epicenter of Thika is a town, or the status it is in right now as a municipality. There is already enough available land to transform the landscape of that Thika itself to this kind of standard. You remember, most of you, when I first met the president, after I was elected, about just 2 weeks after, part of what I marketed most to him was this concept. That's why Chief Martin was narrating how that went, indeed. And I picked some of the key aspects of turning this into a city when I was having that first conversation with him 2 weeks after the elections. First of the asks that I made to him was to ensure that we've got adequate water supply. So I had a very specific request for 5 billion to be allocated to enable the rollout of the Karemeno Dam water to water the entire of Thika and then downwards towards Ruiru, which we achieved at that particular time. And then my second ask to him, because we had agreed with him, then categorized 2 major roads that you want to be done in Kiambu. One was this one, Muthaiga, Kiambu Road, all the way, which we agreed. And then the other one was Thika, from the flyover all the way to some place there called Kolping, to deal with that particular road, which we also agreed. That serves into this. Then we met with him a few weeks later, probably about a month later, at passing out parade here in Ruiru, the prison's passing out parade. And when we were there, a thought just hit me. And so I moved close to him. I told him, you know, Your Excellency, I told you that I want to spearhead and turn this Thika into a city. And I've been going around Thika, and I don't see the value that the prison's location in Thika town serves for the people. Can you allow me that we agree, we move the prison from the town, and it will free us close to 20 acres of land in the city, in the town center, and I will give them land in Del Monte. So he asked, well, now uko na pesa bwana. I told him, Your Excellency, money I have to build my new city, but I can give you a better deal, because I will move your guys from that congested place in Thika town, where they're occupying about 20 acres, and I can even give them 50 acres in Del Monte to go and do a better prison. So he was incentivized, and he was happy with it. So he said, fine, I think that's a good idea, Governor. So, wacha tutapanga, and then we were with the commissioner of prisons there, akamwambia huyu jamaa kona maneno, so upanga, and then tutakutana huko, then they just make the proposals. That's how this thing turned out now to be hot, you saw. And indeed, he even liked my idea. From there, the next thing that I saw was when he went to Trans Nzoia. Just the same thing I told him is exactly what he did in Trans Nzoia. Akafika Trans Nzoia, akasema sasa hii prison haifai kukuwa hapa town ya nini ya Kitale. Akasema mtoe hii prison pelekeni huko msituni, hapa tujenge town. So nikajua idea yangu imesink. Na sasa baada hiyo tena hata sasa wanasiasa wengine kule sasa huko mpaka Thika wakaanza kuuza hiyo jina. Sasa hii prison itahama iende huko, but that's okay. We are comfortable with that. We are okay with that. That as a pace setter, as a trend setter, you must be comfortable and happy when you set standards that people want to emulate. So we have no issue that other people want to buy and carry that vision. So you can imagine in Thika's town itself, freeing over 20 acres, what would you do with virgin land like that inside the city? And so most of this is achievable. Then secondly, as you drive down from Thika, I'm saying this for purposes of your conviction, gentlemen, when you go there to sit and convince our people and sell our vision, you must have the meat that people want to consume and believe that it is doable, and indeed it is. From the city center, if you drive now downwards to where the town expands down to, immediately you are past Makongeni. Then all you see is expanse and expanse and expanse of land. Even before you go to Del Monte itself, there is a lot of land in Thika, where we are able to convince, incentivize, and support our people to put up now the kind of developments we envisage to realize this city. Because we just need to have good development plans and proposals that our people will buy in, and we incentivize them. In Del Monte, we are having probably about 790 acres. That's what we would call land that we can put our finger on. There's more. But that we can put our fingers on, that there is available 790 acres, where we can transfer various services of other services, including, maybe for your purposes again, a discussion we've had with the Waziri here and the prisons department and the judiciary in Thika. We've also agreed with them that we allocate them good land in Thika, in Del Monte, they look for money, and they will put up modern law courts and a complex for the judiciary in Del Monte. Again, that gives you an opportunity to free more land. And I believe that then all this will be achievable down that trunk. The few steps that we are taking right now to realize this dream are also demonstration that that vision is still alive and it is doable. We have embarked on renewal of several facilities, beginning with the stadium. I think that has been mentioned by Martin here. We are modernizing the stadium in 3 phases in Thika. And once we are done with phase 3 of this modernization, we are going to be having an international stadium at the same level with what we are having here in Kirigiti. We are in stage 1 now. We've already started construction. We are in the almost final stages of starting stage 2. And I believe by stage 2, towards the end of this year, we have a good standard. I have picked on key facilities in Thika to upgrade. As you enter Thika, past the stadium, the next facility you find is a market there that has been as old as the colonialists themselves here, called Jamhuri. Yes, I went in there and I found that, and I decided this is the other area to transform. I've started working on that market. We allocated funds. They have done, the basics. And our phase 2, which we are going to be doing within the next 1 month, is again putting up for tender a complete overhaul and renewal of the entire of that market, so that you have a modern market as was being described here by our friend Matata. So as again you move down towards the area of where the epicenter of this city will be, you pass via Makongeni bus park here. And there we have again completed phase 1 of that bus park. We are going to phase 2 of enabling our traders there by doing modern kiosks. After that, we had a plan of even taking over the poster land and building that is also there, because what we've built on is part of their land, which we have a deal on. And we'll also modernize it together with the team there into a modern ICT hub and other facilities. So that becomes a good thing. And then after that, or rather before that, we have also embarked on modernizing the hospital, which we have again done. Around the entire of Thika, where Mboro is as our MCA and every other MCA, we have picked on each of their health facilities to renew, which we are already doing. We are in the process of renewing all the health facilities and constructing new ones. In its place, we are doing a level 3 hospital. We are doing a level 3 hospital in Gatuanyaga. Goliba, we are renewing the other one. We are doing Kiandutu, Yes. So anyway, we don't want to count all the projects there. We are doing quite a number of projects in there. But what we are saying is that we are not sitting here and speaking. So, in fact, I dare say that as we converse now, I would be hesitant to feel comfortable by being called a dreamer anymore about the city. We are no longer in the stage of dreaming. We are already in the stage of doing. So I am not a dreamer. You can call me a dream monger if you like. but this dream is already on its feet, and we shall be able to realize this dream within no time. So, just that said, my team here and our team, for your gas, for your fuel, to ensure that when you are speaking, you speak with that conviction that that is going to be the next city within this region. And more so, and I would be embarrassed to even speak about it anywhere to any other person. We are late in the day, for that matter, as Thika. I don't see any justification why Thika, which shoulders head-to-head Nairobi as a capital city, why we should have been bypassed a long time ago by people like Akina Nakuru. Nakuru was a town, okay, in our thoughts and days, but the benefits of Thika way outweigh what would have incentivized Nakuru to become a city before us. We had every ingredient, but we slept on our laurels. So I believe that you guys, you get this done. The books of history will not forget you. You know, this team here. They will not be forgotten. You'll be somewhere. And I would be proposing to Sally and the team that in your records and books, you should find a special place for this team once they deliver on this matter to conclude this. So, tuseme asante sana. Vile Mboro amesema, let's try our best. And I have confidence in this team. Don't allow politics to get into this. Yeah. If you allow politics and politicians to be your guide, then there will be a lot of stories which are not beneficial to our people. If we had that city now, we would have been talking about an allocation this financial year of close to $1 billion. If we had actualized this at that time. There are municipalities that we commissioned then that will be benefiting within this current budget with huge funds. We have municipalities like Juja. They are going to be receiving more than 296 million out of just the act that we did. So supposing we had also finalized Thika, Thika would be benefiting way close to almost $1 billion. We lost that because bad politics came in at that particular time. So I just want to implore upon you that avoid politics. You know, Cecilia, you are there, you've been in politics in Thika. So when you are sitting there and the whole of this good team, let the right temperature in. My sister here is a professional, so, and all of you, ladies and gentlemen, because all of you here, you are, you know, in that position, courtesy of at least some good professional appointment from either an association or a representative group. So let's just live to that dream. Luckily, and I want to appreciate now this in Sudan they are called warlords because they have big territory. So when they only have the territory award, I don't know what they would be called because they can't wage a full war. So I don't know whether you call hitmen. But anyway, I'm happy that at least with Akinamboro and the rest of the other MCAs, now we are able to see eye to eye. We can agree that this is a good thing to do, all of us. We'll do it for our people. This history will exist way past our lifetimes. Yeah. It will go way into the future, into posterity, to benefit young children who will remember the way we do. And when you go to Nairobi, you see the statues of the likes of Kimathi, you see the statues of the like of Jomo Kenyatta, of Moi, President Moi, and other statues that you see that are of people who have stood in tough times and delivered on a dream and a mission that was intent and purposeful to transform the lives of generations and generations to come, notwithstanding whatever benefits you have as an individual. And that will be your place in history. And I also want to be the governor, God willing, that helped and joined with this team to deliver on that destiny for the people of Kiambu as a whole and for the people of Thika. So this is for Sylvia Mwene Kasanga, Senator. Okay. Thank you, Senator Sylvia. Sylvia is a member of AAK, the Architectural Association of Kenya. Asante, my sister. Sasa we saidia sisi hiyo maneno. Alafu we have Getu Kahengeri. Yes, karibu. People may think that it is the other Getu Kahengeri, so it is this modern day Getu Kahengeri, but carries the same fire and fireworks of the original man. Yeah. Yes. So we believe that's going to get done. As a sound. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So okay. Yeah. And then we have got Zachary Ngangamora. Okay, Association of Urban Areas and Cities. Yes. Oh, aye, Bwana PS. Haya, sawa, tushike hapo na PS. Asanti na tunasema shukran. Yeah, najua utatusaidia kwa hii shughuli pia. Then Plan TG Dorongo. Yes. Asa huyu naye ni planner na kutoka huko Institute of Planners, Kenya Institute of Planners. So tuchape kapicha hiyo moja, Bwana Dorongo. Wish you well, sir. Okay. Jennifer Warigia, Institute of Certified Public Accountants, Warigia. Santi. Asa Warigia, haya. Sawa, Santi, asa tunaweza kusalimiana in goodwill. Asanti. Julius Masharia Shege, Institute of Surveyors of Kenya. Asanti ndugu. Haya, sawa. Haya, asanti. And then Cecilia Wamaitha Wamwangi, Thika Business Community. Haya, asanti Cecilia. Asanti. Haya. Asanti Cecilia. God bless all of you.